in seeing a really awesome small leather goods collection, then tune in. I'm going to be showing you pieces that I use every day and some pieces that I collect because I just think they're really pretty. Small leather goods that I'd like to show you guys are the key clays that I have here. A key and clay means the same thing, I know, I'm sorry. But these are the 6 key ring holders, okay? And this is the one that I carry, and I believe this one is made in, oh wow, this one is made in France. I don't know, for those who care, okay? And it's got all my keys on it. And it also has a pocket over here. It's kind of it's not a pocket, it's an opening, and it goes all the way through. So I don't typically put anything in here, but I have heard people put like receipts or, you know, just cards or something in there. I personally don't, just because I think I would lose it, or I'd be worried I'd lose it. These come with me everywhere, and I see there's been a little wear on the gold button here. I've been carrying this now for probably close to 2 years. It's really great. It's easy. I love having it with me. And so I highly recommend these. I recently got this one in the damier. I think it's the graphite or graphite pattern, and my husband has this one. I do see there's some wear on the button, but that's normal, and you're gonna have that if you carry it every day like we do. Again, this is a 6 key holder. It has the same features as my other key holder. It's got that opening, if you say in the middle here, and it also, for a present, I had his initials embossed on it, so that's really nice. And this one was also made in France. Okay. So aside from my key holders, I also carry this toiletry pouch. This is the Toiletry Pouch 15, and I think I've shown this in my prior videos. I'll definitely leave links for it below. This is the 15. It has, I got this pre-loved from Fashion File. The tag here shows that it's Louis Vuitton, made in France, okay? And this piece is really great. It's very compact, but it holds quite a bit. It organizes my makeup. Right now, I also carry in here some of my other SLGs that we'll get to in a minute. But basically, I have here a lip gloss, and I have a concealer. I've got some blush, a little lipstick. Again, my La Mer Blanc lip balm. I have some floss, dental floss, and a little spoolie. And that's basically all I have inside. But I also carry in this one some card cases, and I'll show you those card cases. I actually emptied them out so that I could show them to you. But this is really nice. It's very compact, but it has a lot of space. I use this constantly in my bags, and it's just easy. I throw everything in, and I'm closing it, and I'm good to go. So I'm going to show you that. Here's the bottom, the sides. And this is, I believe the dimensions of this are about 4 inches by 6 inches. So it's really a good size. It's not too large, not too small. And if I compare it, I have here a little mini pochette. And I know a lot of people have seen these, and they are very similar in size if I hold them up next to each other. But I think you'll notice that the Toiletry 15 has a little more depth to it. But in general, I think they're exactly the same when it comes to their width. Obviously, the Toiletry doesn't have a chain like this little mini pochette. So that's a great segue to our mini pochette. So the mini pochette here is the special edition from this year's Christmas collection, and it has Vivian on it, and this is a scene from Venice. So it's got the Venice on the canal. It's really adorable. I love the accents in blue. This one shows, again, made in France. So that's the blue tab here. It's got a chain, which, like I said, the other Toiletry does not. but it's really cute. I mean, if you have a bag that you can clip something into, you can use that as well. That makes this a little more functional. But like I mentioned, this is definitely thinner than the Toiletry 15. What I also love about this piece is just that it's just so cute. Like if I was gonna grab something and go, and I could carry this with me. If I'm running out, if I'm going on a quick errand. Inside, I even have here the, dropping that left and right. Okay, so I've got the dust bag. And I have the original tags, which I don't know if you'll be able to see completely, but I think so. This is the Mini Pochette tag. Here is the tag for the coated fabric. Okay. And in here, I have another Mini Pochette. Too many tags to talk to. But this is really pretty. This is blue inside. And there is no, I'm trying to think here, there is a marking, or I should say there's a tag that has the serial number, although honestly, these are so difficult to show. So hopefully you can see that. That's where it's at. But it's just one large pocket, and it's blue. It's a really pretty blue, so I really like that. Hopefully you can see it. Like I said, I only carry this occasionally. I think more often than not, because I have my Toiletry 15 in my bag, I don't typically take this out very often, and I store the dust bag inside just because I usually display it and I want it to keep its shape. So the other thing I'm concerned about with any of these, that I really love the artwork and I don't want it to get ruined. Louis Vuitton will not fix any artwork that's been faded or if it gets scratched. So that's really important. If you find a piece that has really beautiful, pristine artwork and it's an older piece, then I would grab it, because even if the actual bronze here, not the bronze, but the different, what do you call this? We're gonna have to start over on this one. Even if the hardware gets damaged, okay, they can repair the hardware in most cases, but they can't repair any damage that's made to the actual painting on the pochette. So that's the Mini Pochette. The next piece I want to show is this piece. This one, it comes with my multi-pochette accessoire, and it's really adorable. I think that this piece is so functional because not only is it's something that you can hold coin in, and I still even have the original stuffing in it, okay, and it's quite big inside. This also is a great piece to have dangling off of your bags, and because it has this really cute mini Louis Vuitton pattern, and then it's got it in the larger or the normal size, if you will, I think that's adorable. And it has the clip here, so you can put it on to, decorate bags as a little bag charm. You can put it inside your bag, just carry coins, put your, headphones in there. I mean, it has a lot of different uses, and personally, I just think it's a really, really cute piece. Okay, so now I'm going to get to my wallet. So this one is the one I'm currently carrying, and this is the Noir Black Zoe wallet with the gold hardware. It's got the little gold button here, and I've been carrying this one quite a bit. So far the gold button doesn't look like it's gotten faded, but it does look like there's some scratching, and that's bound to happen when you use these pieces. It's in the empreinte leather, and it has a back pocket here, so I've got a card in there. And then when you open it up, this one is made in France, and it has additional card pockets over here, and you can put in 2 cards. I don't put in too many because I really don't want to stretch this. It's got a place here for cash, as you can see, and then it has a coin section here, so you can put coins in this pocket. So that's really nice. It's very compact. It's very efficient. It works really well in a lot of different bags. So the bags I have, I have a pochette, the multi-pochette accessories, or accessoire. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Don't kill me. Doing my best here. But this is a really functional wallet. So for the winter and fall seasons, I typically would carry this black one. And then I actually was fortunate enough to get a hold of this piece. So this piece is the new box And since I'm not carrying this piece with me, I store it in the original box and the dust bag. And this is the Zoe wallet in the giant pattern in the lilac color. And I absolutely love this. I think this is just, it makes me happy every time I look at these colors. They're so beautiful. And in the back, it's got this neon, it's neon green with the lilac coloring and the pink, just so pretty. So in order to give this one a break, like I said, I carry the black one usually in the fall and winter, and then this would be the summer and spring. It has the same features as the other, the Noir. This one you could see, I love how they did the coloring, and this pocket has got the bright yellow or green, lime green coloring here, and then it opens up. And this one also, I believe, yeah, this one was also made in France. So over here, what's beautiful about this piece is they introduced this pocket here. We have the same amount of card pockets. You got the 4 pockets here to put in your cards, but they actually have this in black and white, which is so pretty to have this additional touch of another color. Inside you have here obviously the place for your cash, and then again you have your coins, and that's the zip pocket in here. So one of the things I want to mention about this purse that I think is great because it's small and it's very functional and it's very bright. I personally like the fact that it does not have hardware here like with a leather tab. I like the fact that it's just got this piece of hardware just that like it is. The zipper is very clean because when you have additional leather tabs, they tend to get worn, they tend to twist, or they tend to get warped. So this is really a very clean piece. It's very easy to use, and like I said, because it's of its size and it fits everything so perfectly, if I need to carry additional cards, I have other card holders, and we'll get to those. But this piece is really functional. And if you're interested, I do have the original tags, the barcodes. If I can get it out. And I think you've seen this already. This is just basically the card for the coated fabric. And I also have some of the original ribbon as well. Okay, so that's the Zoe wallet. Next, I actually wanted to bring in 2 other pieces. These are not Louis Vuitton, and these are the only 2 right now that are not Louis Vuitton in my small leather goods collection. This one is from Salvatore Ferragamo. I ended up getting this one at Nordstrom, and I ended up getting it at a discount. And so I just fell in love with the colors. And again, this is something that I usually carry, usually with the other wallet that I showed you that from the giant pattern. Again, I love the pink. I think they call this bubblegum pink and carnation. It has a 2-tone leather over here. It has room for 2 cards in the back, 1 card in the front, and then it's got in the middle as well. It's very soft. I even have some receipt. What is this? Oh, I've got a receipt in here. Okay, we don't need that. So what I really loved about this is the leather is very soft, but it's got this elegant Ferragamo's logo with the little plate here that says Ferragamo. And I just think it's really pretty. It's signed in the back here, if you could see where it says Salvatore Ferragamo. This one is made in Italy, if anybody cares. It also comes with the card, and it has the information on how much it was. So this was originally $240, and then I ended up getting it for about $120. So it was marked down by half. And that's what's great about some of the designer goods. If you find them at Nordstrom, if you find them at Saks, some of the brands do go on sale, and so I snagged that one while I could. This is Saint Laurent. And a YSL, Saint Laurent, whatever you want to call it. This piece I fell in love with. I wanted something from the collection that wasn't too pricey, but at the same time was functional. I love the dust bag, it's very pretty. You'll notice on the Ferragamo piece, there was no dust bag. It just came in the box. And here you see it. It is actually, I don't know if you can tell, this is the black on black. And I love that the black YSL is just so elegant. Very understated. This one, the leather is kind of similar to Chanel's caviar leather, It's got the, you know, a little bit of a pattern going on here. It's very durable. The leather is pretty, it's soft, but it's still stiff. It's a little stiff. It has room for 2 cards in the back, 2 cards in the front, and then it's got that middle pocket as well. I carry this with all my additional cards because it's very compact. I can put additional cards if I need them in addition to my Zoe wallets. And this is great for any bag as well. So I really just love this. I think it's very elegant. And obviously the YSL logo comes in different colors. The card cases, I've seen them in a multitude of colors. I went with black just to keep it simple, and it matches my other black wallet. And so I just like to, at times, color coordinate. And I really think this piece is outstanding. I'm very happy with it. I've had it for about, I want to say like 3 months now. So it's worked really well. And I don't even see any wear, honestly. If you look at the corners, the front and the back, I mean, I pull this in and out of my wallet all the time in my bag, and I just don't see any wear on it. It's awesome. And as far as cards go, I don't see anything in. I kept the original Saint Laurent card, and this was $275. If you can see that. Okay. Now, I think I mentioned this in my other videos. Definitely check them out in my top 10 tips for buying designer items. That I always keep the original boxes and bags just in case I ever wanted to sell this or pass it on to my kids for the next, for them to use. It's always great. It doesn't prove an item is authentic, but I think people in general like to have the original packaging. So whenever possible, I recommend that you do keep the original packaging. So the last 2 pieces I have here are Louis Vuitton, and these are, I guess, considered vintage. So the vintage boxes are different. I'll show you here. This is the newer boxes. You can obviously see that the colors are different. The newer box has the Louis Vuitton and like a blue. This one is basically brown with the lettering in like a dark, I think it's a dark brown, maybe even black. They both have the pull-out cases here, the pull-out drawers. But in this case, the vintage box, the tab here is leather. And you could see it's beautiful. It's a really nice quality. And every Louis Vuitton packaging is really good quality. You'll notice it's not cheap. They're made from very sturdy cardboard. I mean, it's just really nice. I mean, it opens really smoothly. So just things like that I appreciate. And so this piece is something that I purchased recently from The Real Real. And again, these are websites that sell pre-owned goods that I'm pretty confident are, for the most part, you don't have to worry too much about authenticity, but they stand by their products. And if you get it authenticated from a third party and it's not real, you can send it back. So this piece, as you can see, I even have the original tag from The Real Real. I kept that in the box. And it has the original textile card that I've been showing you. This is the one that has a leather interior, and I'll show you shortly. And it's got this original booklet. And I just think these are so cute, especially on vintage pieces. If you can get them with the original booklet, that's awesome. This one says Monogram Denim. Okay, and as you know, this year they came out with a denim collection. This piece, though, is not from that collection. This is a vintage piece. And you'll notice even the dust bag is different. And over here is this gorgeous, to me at least, I think this is the cutest little pouch. And this pouch, it's got the zipper opening. It is in amazing condition. I have to say, I have no complaints for something that's pre-owned, probably at least 10 years old. You'll notice it's stamped inside. It's got 1 pocket, and then it has the key ring. Okay, and the key ring is in beautiful shape considering the age of this piece. This one is made in Spain, and you'll see it's got this really pretty, I don't even know what that is, like a golden, it's almost a little bit like it's a golden yellow. It's just a really pretty golden yellow interior, leather interior. And the tag for this one, I don't see, the stamp is really hard to show on camera, unfortunately. It's in the corner. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it is stamped. And the one thing I do want to point out is that when you have these little pouches, that if you can tell here, there's a triangle that's holding the key ring. And that's important. I purchased years ago one of these key pouches in a different pattern, and I actually have one to show you that's similar to the one I had originally purchased, but it was a fake. And the one thing that tipped me off was obviously when they sold it, the person wasn't trying to sell me a fake. They honestly thought it was real. It had the key ring was being held not by a triangle, but by the shape, I think it was like round. And so that was a tip off that the item wasn't authentic. In any case, it's really important to look for those things. I think this condition of this piece is really beautiful. I've seen ones that were very faded. The denim here is very bright. It's a very pretty blue. You can see it's got this yellow thread as an accent. It's got this beautiful zipper pull, really nice. And I haven't used it very much. There's no wear. I mean, for a piece that's over 10 years old, honestly, it looks amazing. So I was very pleased to be able to get this. And I believe that I was able to get it for, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere about $300. I think I spent about $300 on it. And since this piece is pretty difficult to find. In fact, if you do find it, it's usually fitted and it doesn't look as pretty. And it costs, I think I've seen them for like over high 300s, 400s. So if you do see a piece like this, especially if it has all the original packaging, I would grab it, especially if you can get it in about 300 or less. This piece is really great. I'm looking forward to using it with my bags in the summer and the spring. Okay, so here's another vintage. This actually has two vintage pieces. Sometimes I buy a piece because I love it and it doesn't have the packaging, and I just kind of, I chalk it up to the fact that it's an older piece, but I really want to own it. So once again, here we go. I have two of these key pouches here. This one is from the Cherry Cerise collection, and again, you notice that it's got the hardware. This hardware isn't perfect. It's got some wear on it, but it's not bad. The key thing on this piece that I absolutely love are the cherries. And of course, I picked something up and I think you can see the cherries are in amazing condition. Again, these pieces I think they came out somewhere in the early 2000s. And so you would expect to have some wear on this. And to find a piece with very little to no wear is really great. And if you can find it and not spend a fortune on it, then that's even better. And you'll notice how nicely the cherries are lined up. There's really no wear on the corners, and that's something you want to look for. Get the best condition that you can. On the inside of this piece, it's got this beautiful red leather, and again, you see it's got the keychain, and you'll notice that the keychain is on that triangle key hardware piece that you have here, okay? This piece is marked, I believe this one was made in France, if I can make that out, on the interior. And it also has the tab. Again, I'm sorry. This one is stamped and it's really hard to show, unfortunately, but the stamping in here is the date code showing when it was made. So again, very pretty. This is really, I love this piece so much. So I'm really happy to have it in my collection. I don't carry it. I really collect this. This is the type of piece, again, it has the beautiful cherries on it. These are pieces when they're I don't know if hand painted, but they're painted. I really don't want to damage that. And I think over time, these will appreciate in value. And for me, it's like collecting a piece of art. This piece is really beautiful in that respect. Now, I also found another piece. This one is also pretty hard to come by, and it's a vintage piece as well. And this is from the Groom collection. And again, I mean, this, if you look at it closely, is in amazing condition. So I was really pleased. There is no wear on the paint, no wear on the Groom, on the piece itself. And on the back, it continues. It's lined up perfectly here. So it's got the different coloring. You've got that white and yellow combination on the monogram print. The hardware on this piece actually was quite nice. It was in very good shape. And once again, if you open it, it's got this beautiful yellow. It's very similar to the one that was in the denim collection. And again, it has the triangle piece here holding the keychain. And this piece was made in Spain. So this is really pretty. Again, it is marked. It's inside here, stamped with the date code. Very hard to see, but it's just a beautiful piece. I was very lucky. Once again, there's really no wear on the actual art, no wear on the corners. Everything is lining up really nicely. And this is just showing you the quality of Louis Vuitton. So I really enjoy this piece. So these are the collections that I have for my small leather goods. It's not a huge collection, but I do want to use my pieces, and if I find pieces that are unique or vintage, I take advantage, and if I can get them at a really good price when I see them, I definitely want to buy them. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this video gave you some information you didn't know before. Certainly, I recommend getting small leather goods. I enjoy them. They're ways of not having to make a huge investment and spend thousands of dollars on a designer bag, but still have a little piece that is designer. And they're very functional, and these pieces have worked for me. I've carried some for, like I said, a couple of years. Some I've had only for a couple of months. But I take care of my pieces, but I'm not super careful, except when they're painted. Those I will be very careful in handling. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be making more videos showing my other collections. I have a perfume collection I'd like to talk about. I have some jewelry that I'd like to talk about, and I would welcome your input. Please leave me some comments. Let me know what you'd like to see. If there's items that you think are great, or if you'd like me to talk about a certain topic, definitely leave that in the comment below. Leave me a like, subscribe, of course, and ring the bell to be notified when I drop a new video. Really appreciate you coming and seeing what I have to offer. Thanks so much. Bye.